Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Just a bit of a different one today. Recently bought the Launch 129X, and it's the car diagnostics tool for the OBD reader, OBD2, and I've got this one they do a few different models, but I spoke to my friend who's an auto electrician, and this is the one he uses. I mean, they do really expensive ones, but, like Snap-on, which is thousands of pounds. This is just sort of an everyman's unit. 200 and I think they're on Amazon at the minute around £220, around about that mark. You might find it cheaper elsewhere, but at least if there's any issues with Amazon, at least they're easy to send back. But you want this model in particular because they do a few, they all look same. But the 129X is the model that you want because it has more features. Like you can reset stuff like airbag lights, stuff like that. You can't reset crash data, but say for example, if your airbags go off on a lot of cars, you might change the airbag. You might have to change the seatbelt pretensioner, but the airbag light will stay on. So this is when you need one of these. Plug it in and you can reset the fault codes, and that's how you get your airbag light off. But it does a number of other things. I'm no expert, but I just thought I'll do a quick video because there's a fault on this Polo, which if you saw in the last video, it's just an old Polo GTI. With the older cars, these go up to they do older cars. I'm not sure what year up to. I think they say 96 or 97. This Polo's a 2000 or 2001. What I found out with the older cars is it does work, but there's not as many settings you can, on it, and also you have to manually input the VIN number. Whereas on the newer cars, if you plug this in, automatically it detects the VIN code, and then basically that's the main difference I've found. But anyway, we've got an engine. We'll go through the fault on the car, and I don't know if this will reset the problem, or hopefully it'll tell me maybe what the problem is. But I thought we'll just do a quick video. I needed to do it, so I thought, well, why not do a video about it, and maybe we'll both learn something at the same time. So anyway, I'll just flip you around. I'm gonna put the ignition on. Take it out of gear in case I start it. Right, I might have to start it. It's out of gear. Right, I'll start it up. So, can you see? God, it's very bright. I'll try and get some shit. Can you see there? Check. And it's like an engine with like a lightning bolt through it. So I don't know if that's like an electrical problem, I'm assuming. But it's not on all the time. Sometimes it's on, sometimes it isn't. It's very hit and miss. So I thought, well, let's see if the car will talk to us. So right, we can see that that's there. So I'm going to turn the ignition off. In these old every car's different, but these old Polos, the OBD I know is under bit of change in there. There's your OBD on the 6N2 Polos. Don't know about any other models, but on now with this unit zoomed in, this is your computer, and you get this cable. This is your cable. As you can see, it can only go in one way around. So I'll put it in. And we just heard it come to life. So can you see now? Oh, it's so bright in here. Let me try and VIN scan, look. So it's scanning. I don't think it'll find it. I'm sure I've done it before and it won't find it. I'm turn the ignition on. Not starting the engine, I'm just turning the ignition on. I don't think it'll find the VIN. On older vehicles, this is, yeah. So it's wanting to manually input the VIN. That's no problem. I anticipated that, so let me get that facing right way for you. So I wrote it down. Now, if this were an expensive car, I probably would not show you the VIN number, but I can't see anybody cloning a £1,200 VW Polo, can you? So WV W WVW Z Z Z 6N Z 1Y 22 8 9 6 8. Okay, right, let's see what she does. Oh, sorry, it's so bright in here, guys. I've got my coat on as well and it's absolutely red. It's freezing cold outside. Okay, so now start the vehicle detection. Sorry, what does it say? Now start vehicle. Yes, okay. So asking to start if we want to start it. So we do. So now it's gonna try and find any problems. So that's why I've put the ignition on, because if you didn't have the ignition on, it'd ask you to put it on now. Okay. So it's doing a search. I'm trying to get this light so bad in here. Really parked in a bad position here. But anyway, we'll give it a go. Okay. So it's found engine electronics scanning results. It's found a fault code. I'm going to assume that symbol is an engine sign with like a electrical sign through it. So I'm going to assume that is a problem, but the car's still scanning. So we'll let it do a full scan. Okay. Checking the brake electronics. But I don't expect it to find any more faults because you know, that's the only light, and I'll say that is temperamental. Oh, it has found some faults with the brake electronics. So there you get. This is the cool bit I like. You get like a report. I think you can print this off as well, but I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi at the minute. So here we are. This is good. So engine electronics abnormal. Okay, bank 1, sensor 1, E to circuit performance too low. E to circuit. Right. So I don't know what that is, but we've got the fault code there, so we can check that later on. There's no, I could reset it. I probably will reset it, but I know that there is a fault there because the car resets itself, and then after a while the light will come back on. So I would assume that it's something like a faulty sensor. So but let's have a look at the brake electronics, because okay, right, that's interesting about the ABS wheel speed sensor, because we did have some I did have some sort of binding, like a binding noise, like when ABS kicks in you get sort of a, you know, a thudding on the pedal. Yesterday I did get that, but I think it's in the ABS hydraulic pump, but I think it needs the pads doing. I think the pads are really low. This car's been stood so long, the brakes have all rusted up, or the discs have. I mean, normally when you use a car, the sort of the way that clean themselves off. This has done to an extent, but I think the pads. I think it needs new pads. So I am going to get the pads done on it, and hopefully that will sort these. You know, sort these fault codes. And we're getting an airbag fault. Supply voltage. So right. So I don't know why that's on, because we don't have an airbag light, so it can't be anything major. So what I'm going to do is just to show you, because sometimes you can get faults and there might not be faults. So what I can do now, if you see clear code, if I press clear code, are you sure to clear all the system fault member? Yeah. So what that's going to do is that's going to erase all the fault codes on the car. Whatever remains then that is a genuine problem. What you'll find sometimes, if your battery's been changed or your battery's got really flat, you can get loads of fault codes coming up, and in reality they're not there. It's just that because the battery's gone flat. But it can leave loads of lights on the dash. So these for £220 I think they are. They're a really good bit of kit. It's trying to reset, so it's cleared all the codes. Okay. So what's so? No, I don't want to end it. So I'm going to turn the ignition off. I'm going to start it back up, see if that light comes on. Now, I think there's a good chance it will come back on, but it also may not. I don't know if you can see, guys. Oh, it's gone off. Can you see? Wait. Try and zoom in. That's where the light was before, and it's gone off. That does not surprise me, but I do expect it to come back on. Now, let me. Well, it's doing another check now. I didn't realise. It must do it automatically when you turn the ignition on. In fact, I'm going to cancel that because I'll turn the engine off. So that's cleared the lights. So basically, this little video was just a quick video to show you how you. This video is just a quick video to show you how to clear your fault codes. Now, clearly with this vehicle, I'm going to do another. I'll do another read, just so we can see if the brake fault comes back up. But sometimes what you find is they won't reappear until you start driving the car again anyway, because the sensors have not picked anything up. Once you start driving it, the sensors will pick it up, which is why you need to plug it in twice. So you need to do it first time like we're doing, reset all the fault codes like we have done. Really, then what you want to do is start it up and take it for a drive. Normally, I'm not going to bother today, but that's what I'd normally do. But I sort of know what's wrong with this car anyway, so I don't need to do that. But if I didn't, I'd reset it like we've done. I'd jump in, start it up, I'd take it for a drive, come back, park up, turn it off, put the ignition back on, and then I'd do another scan. Oh, I've turned the ignition off, so that's why it's not scanning. But you've got to remember to have the ignition on, because I think most cars it won't work without the ignition on. So you don't need to have it running, but so it's doing the transmission electronics at the minute. God, I'm absolutely boiling in here, guys. Oof. I don't know if this has crashed on me. Oh no, it is doing it, look. Now, this will be interesting with the brakes if that fault comes back up again. I think there's a good chance it will. Yeah. Oh, it's only found one fault this time with the brakes. But I can tell there's something. I can tell there is something that just needs looking at. So yeah, it cleared the airbag. So the airbag fault was something or nothing. And the only thing it's found now is the brake electronics. So that tells me that the issue with the engine light is a sensor, something like a dodgy sensor. And now it's telling us it's actually found it now. It's coming up now as a left front ABS wheel speed sensor. So that's what I was feeling the other day with the ABS kicking in. Hi guys, back inside the house now. I've put all stuff away. My phone was going mad, so I ended up having to cut that video short, which it was quite a long video anyway, so it's not a bad thing. But hopefully it was pretty clear. I know I might be a bit undecipherable at sometimes, but hopefully you understood what I was saying and what I was doing there. They're pretty simple to use, to be quite honest. They really are, and that's the thing. Getting the right one that is understandable, that you can understand what it's doing, because some of these these car readers, they're really so complicated. You need a degree to use them. That is a really nice simple one to use. But just going back to price, I think I paid around 200 and either 220 or 230 I paid for it. Now I've just looked on Amazon now, and they look like they're up at £269 now, which I don't know if I'd pay that. I did a quick search on Google for you, and there's a company on eBay that appears to be selling them for £219. I don't know anything about the company, so whether they're reputable or not, I do not know. But I've put the link for Amazon in the description box so you can have a look. but make sure you get the model correct, which is a launch, which launch do quite a few different models, but you want the 129X. They do like a 123, which is like a lot cheaper, half the price. You don't want that one. They do a 129i, I think. You don't want that one. You want the 129X. Don't know the difference between I and X, but this is what I've been told by the auto electrician. So I take his word, you know, he knows what he's talking about. So yeah, but hopefully, if you've any questions on about how to use it, and I can help you, I will help you. So drop them in the drop your questions below, and I'll answer any questions I can. If you're interested in buying one from Amazon, there is a link below. But as I say, I would shop about because they're expensive at Amazon at the minute, or wait till they come down in price. As I say, any questions, drop them below.